Before electric cars became normal, people said it was impossible. Before rockets landed themselves, experts said it would never work. Before humans seriously talked about living on Mars, it sounded like science fiction. But one person refused to accept those limits. This is not just the story of success. It is a story of risk, failure, pressure, and vision. A story about a man who lost almost everything more than once, and still kept going. Today, you will not just learn English. You will travel through the life of Elon Musk, a man who believes that the future is something we must build, not wait for. Stay with us until the end, because this story changes the way you see the world. In a world that is constantly changing, where technology moves faster than human imagination, there are only a few people who do not wait for the future to arrive. They build it. They design it. They force it into existence. This is the story of one of those people. A man who decided that electric cars should replace gasoline, that rockets should land themselves, and that humanity should not remain on only one planet. This is the story of Elon Musk. Elon Reeve Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. His childhood was quiet, introspective, and very different from that of most children around him. He was not loud or athletic. He was curious. He spent hours reading books, absorbing ideas far beyond his age. Science fiction became his escape and his inspiration. Through stories about distant planets and advanced civilizations, he began to ask questions that most people never ask. What is the future of humanity? How can technology reduce suffering? What problems truly matter? From a very young age, Elon felt different. He struggled socially and often felt isolated. But instead of turning away from the world, he turned inward, into learning and thinking. At the age of 10, he discovered computers. That moment changed everything. He taught himself programming, spending long nights experimenting with code. By the age of 12, he created a simple video game called Blaster and sold it for $500. It was not about the money. It was about proof. Proof that ideas could become reality. Growing up in South Africa was not easy. Elon experienced bullying and hardship, but these experiences shaped his resilience. He learned to endure pain, to stay focused, and to keep moving forward despite adversity. Inside his mind, the future was already forming. He knew that his life would not remain in one place. He wanted more knowledge, more opportunity, and more freedom to create. As a teenager, Elon decided to leave South Africa. He moved to Canada, a bold decision driven by his desire to reach the United States, the center of technological innovation. He attended Queen's University in Ontario before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania. There he studied physics and economics, two fields that would later define his career. Physics taught him how the universe works. Economics taught him how systems grow and fail. During this time, Elon lived simply. He shared apartments, avoided luxury, and focused entirely on learning and building. He was not interested in comfort. He was interested in impact. After graduating, he briefly enrolled in a PhD program at Stanford University. But after only 2 days, he made a life-changing decision. He left Stanford. The internet boom was beginning, and Elon knew that the future was being written in real time. His first company was Zip2, a software startup that provided business directories and maps for newspapers. Elon worked endlessly. Long nights, constant stress, minimal sleep. He coded, negotiated, and pushed his small team to move faster. The company struggled, but it survived. In 1999, Zip2 was sold for over $300 million. Elon Musk was just 27 years old. His share made him a multimillionaire. Instead of slowing down, he moved faster. Elon invested his money into a new idea: online payments. He founded X.com, which later became PayPal. The company grew rapidly but was filled with conflict. Elon was ambitious, demanding, and deeply involved in every decision. Leadership disagreements eventually led to his removal as CEO. But when PayPal was sold to eBay in 2002 for $1.5 billion, Elon received over $180 million. At this point, most people would retire. Elon did the opposite. He asked himself a dangerous question. What if I use all this money to solve the hardest problems humanity faces? He invested almost everything into two companies that many believed would fail: SpaceX and Tesla. SpaceX was founded with a radical goal: to make space travel affordable and reusable. Elon believed that humanity must become a multi-planetary species to survive long-term. Experts laughed. Engineers doubted. Rockets are expensive, fragile, and unforgiving. Elon had no formal aerospace background, but he learned relentlessly. He read textbooks. He questioned experts. He worked alongside engineers. The first launches failed. Rockets exploded. Millions of dollars vanished in seconds. By 2008, SpaceX was nearly bankrupt. Elon's personal fortune was almost gone. At the same time, Tesla, an electric car startup he had joined and later led, was also on the edge of collapse. Two companies. One man. Almost nothing left. The pressure was unbearable. Stress, exhaustion, and public criticism surrounded him. But Elon refused to quit. Then, everything changed. In 2008, SpaceX successfully launched the Falcon 1 into orbit. It was the first privately funded liquid-fueled rocket to do so. Soon after, NASA awarded SpaceX a major contract. The company survived. Tesla also secured crucial funding and released the Roadster, proving that electric cars could be fast, desirable, and innovative. From that moment, Elon Musk became a global figure. SpaceX continued to achieve what was once considered impossible. Reusable rockets landed vertically on Earth and floating platforms in the ocean. Launch costs dropped dramatically. Astronauts returned to space aboard American rockets. The dream of Mars no longer seemed like science fiction. Tesla transformed the auto industry. The Model S, Model 3, and Model Y changed how people viewed electric vehicles. Factories filled with robots produced cars at unprecedented scale. Charging networks spread across continents. What began as a risky experiment became a global revolution. But success came with a price. Elon Musk became one of the most watched and criticized individuals in the world. His words moved markets. His tweets became headlines. His leadership style was intense, demanding, and controversial. Some admired his vision. Others questioned his methods. He worked extreme hours, often sleeping at factories, pushing himself and his teams to their limits. Beyond Tesla and SpaceX, Elon expanded his vision. Neuralink explored the connection between the human brain and computers. The Boring Company aimed to reduce traffic through underground tunnels. Starlink launched thousands of satellites to provide global internet access. Each project reflected the same belief: technology should solve real problems. Elon Musk does not see limits the way others do. He sees constraints as puzzles. He believes that failure is data, not defeat. His leadership philosophy is simple but difficult: move fast, question everything, and take responsibility. His personal life remained largely private, but his dedication to work was undeniable. He often spoke about the weight of responsibility, the fear of failure, and the importance of long-term thinking. For Elon, the future is not about comfort. It is about survival and progress. As rockets land themselves and electric cars fill the roads, Elon Musk's legacy continues to evolve. He is not a perfect hero. He is complex, flawed, driven, and relentless. But his impact is undeniable. He changed how humanity reaches space. He changed how we power our world. And he challenged an entire generation to think bigger. The future, as Elon Musk believes, is not given. It is built. And it is built by those who are willing to risk everything to create it. Elon Musk's story is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent. It is about asking uncomfortable questions and choosing difficult paths. His journey shows us that progress is never easy, and the future is never guaranteed. It is created by people who are willing to fail publicly, work endlessly, and think far beyond their own lifetime. Rockets that land themselves, cars that run on electricity, and dreams of life on Mars all began as ideas that sounded impossible. If this story taught you something, remember this: you do not need to be a genius to think big. You need courage to start, discipline to continue, and belief to finish. If you enjoyed this journey, support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. More real stories are coming. The future is not given. It is built.